Yo, yo. What's up? Zeus, what up, man? True Ghosts, what's happening? The Ewings are in the building. Love it. I love it. I love it. What's going on, yo? Let's um let's get ready to rumble. It's Monday night. What's crack-a-lacking? Ghetto. What up, brother? Fat guy with guns, my main man. Mindset guns. Ramsey Jine Ayeko. Tanking real deal. What's happening, man? Jeffrey Light, what's up? What's up? Refrigerator Q. What it do, dog? Everybody good? Happy Monday to y'all. I got this idea running through my head that I'm gonna ask y'all about in a minute. Check in with everybody. Jack, what's happening, man? Jeffrey Light. What's to it? What's to it? What's to it? My fly family. What up, dog? What's happening, man? North Florida Tactical Training Group. What's going down? Crazy Mechanic, what up, man? Luther Williams. What's up, Luther Williams? Happy Monday, man. Is that Lil Luther or Big Luther? Which Luther is you? D-Lo, Rax Reacts. What up, what up, what up? JL Customs. What up, dog? Coy, my main man. What's up? Nola Sink. What's to it, man? Armel. What up, brother? What's going on with y'all, man? 2A in LA. What's happening? Erica, my fly family. What's up, Erica? Carbon Q. What's happening, darling? What's going on? He said Big Luther. Big Luther. All right, that's it. That's it from here on out. Hillbilly, what's to it? How you doing, man? 2A Monte TV, what's up? What's up? Urban Gardening Chronicles, what it do? What it do? UGC, up in this joint. Patrick, what's up, bro? Devil Row, what's happening, family? What's going on with y'all, man? Hope everybody good. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button on your way in, or when you get in, or however you do it, doesn't matter. However you do it, whatever makes you comfortable. You get my phone going. No, my eyes getting bad. Y'all look at this. Watch this. You see that whole light go off when I turn the phone off, and then when I turn it on, I light up. I'm glowing. That's because my screen's so bright I can't see nothing. Big pressure. What it do, man? Rock Bezzy, what's happening? What's going on, man? I'm trying to get up on the YouTube here. Get myself together. Roadblock, what it do, man? Thank you, guys. Hit that like button for me. We like way behind. We like halfway behind. So y'all try to hit it for me real quick. Just take that second out. Miss Easy does it. Only way to do it. Well, ain't the only way to do it, but Easy does it is the best way. Whatever. Guns don't argue. What's happening, man? Same OG. What's to it? Truth with Tom. I'm glad somebody recommended the channel to you, Tom. So look, check this out. I hope you guys, for the most part, you guys are in here. I hope y'all got a chance to check out my most recent video on YouTube, which was my video with Twister and Eddie Tactical. We did the 100K pistols, like $100,000 worth of pistols, man. More than that, actually. But that was just the easiest number to round down to. And I hope y'all had a chance to go check that video out. Like, and that was just like a part of the bros pistol collection. Big Wash, what up? Just a part of it. Mind you, I said that. So now it sent me into this weird whirlwind, right? Like, in all honesty, everything I look at on YouTube now, I'm just like, that's cute. I'm acting like Eddie Tactical now, man. That's cute. Then I'm talking about it was just too much. It was too much. It was just they just poo-pooed on everybody. It's crazy. Oh man. Yeah, but they tell Brother Budget I'm ready, man. We're gonna set the day up and we're gonna get it going. Why am I blurry? Hold on, man. Am I blurry, Zach? I'm always blurry, Zach. There's something wrong with his eyes. Hold on, man. You wipe my camera off. Hold up a second. Give me 1 second. Maybe it's just not enough light for the camera. That could be it. He said my camera ashy. Nola Gun Guy, what up, man? Hey, ghetto, relax. So yes, looks like I'm gonna be doing a video with Brother Budget real soon, man. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be nice. That'll be the comeback after this video. Please hit the like button for me, guys. That would be amazing if you guys could do that for me before we really get going. The Milkmaid, what up? I wanna, cause tonight's talk gonna be real good, man. It's gonna tell a lot now. And what I want to start doing with the lives, well, I've been doing it, but I really want to put more emphasis on it, um, which is getting more interactive with you guys. So, because what's happening is it's getting more and more difficult to keep up with the chat. So, oh damn, of course. So y'all telling me my eyes just blurry or something? Bug out, but she said, wait until you get to the meat and potatoes of this one, huh? Oh, it's gonna get good. I'm just letting everybody get in. We're gonna catch up. Bug out. Make sure you hit that like button for me, man. Milkmaid, y'all tap that like button for your boy. Be greatly appreciated because we way behind. I'm like 20 likes behind. So if you haven't done it yet, do that for me, please. And then we'll get this party started. I'm gonna have some people stopping by tonight too, because um, you know, I think some interesting people. Actually, young lady from the chat is gonna stop in and talk because we're gonna touch down on a lot of stuff, some current events, and just some general stuff that we should just be talking about, man. And hopefully, I can learn from you guys, and we can all learn together, man. Who didn't hit the like button yet? Let me know. Just who didn't get a chance to do it? I know y'all be busy. Milkmaid, you okay? That got me right there. That was terrible. I didn't even put that up on the screen. You know, Zach be working behind the scenes, and he put that on the screen. That's terrible. He knew I would read it, put up on the screen, and that's probably that was really. I wish he'd take it down. It's really that was weird. Milkmaid, I hope you're all right. I hope everything is okay. Um, damn it. Well, at least we know Milkmaid hit the like button. Whatever he did to it. Hopefully he pressed it. I'm just checking. We're getting a little closer, y'all. We're getting a little closer. Hey, Ghetto, you ain't getting no damn cheeseburgers around here, man. If I get a cheeseburger, I'm gonna eat the damn thing. The hell I look like getting you a cheeseburger. Know what's wrong with Ghetto? I know what's wrong with it. You Ghetto. So, as you guys probably saw, tonight's topic is going to be about situational awareness. Not just overall overall situational awareness. We're going to get into it. Hot Tub Tony, what's up, man? Hot Tub, hang around because you never know when I might have to call on you. CDL, what's to it? I'm gonna bring the big fella in here with me, man. This is gonna get good. That's one thing I can promise you. What's up, bro?
What up?
This is gonna get good, man.
It will. Good topic. Real good topic.
So, I mean, how we looking on the lights before I get going?
We're not looking.
Once I start talking, man, I
Wow, actually, right now we are. Everybody that's in here hit the like button so far. Except one person.
Right, we rocking and rolling there. We rocking and rolling. Roadblock. Hang tough. Now listen, I'm gonna post this link, but when I post the link tonight, this ain't gonna be the hangout link. The link is gonna be for people that wants to get involved in this conversation.
Hey, Siege.
And those that I want to invite to the conversation, what's up, Siege, is people who have either been involved in a real world occurrence situation, or I can't read the comment. Or if you know of somebody that's close to you that's been involved in some type of real world situation, because ideally, now this is something I've talked about since I've been on YouTube.
What up, Ace?
But it's a blessing that now I have a lot more ears. So, some people may not have been a part of it. Ace and BK, what's up? So, this is the thing.
Virginia.
I don't know what the percentage is, and I should have Googled it or something, but I didn't. But I know that there's a high percentage of people that own or carry or both. You have to own to carry, or you don't have to own to carry. Well, anyway, there's a high percentage of people with firearms
that
have never had to use them.
What statistic you looking for? I'll look for it.
Well, I guess the percentage of people that own firearms that's never had to use them. Okay. I don't know if that's a real statistic out there, but I know that the majority of people that own firearms, you never really had to use it in a real situation. Now, I know there's people that have. One of the things I always talk about is nobody, and some people claim they are. Pepper 101, what's up, buddy? Virginia Roots. Even though people claim they are, I just refuse to believe that anybody is 100% prepared at all times. And I always say that because what I know is, Miss Ghetto, how you doing? Get Miss Ghetto, could you get Ghetto, please? Because he already acting up, and we only been live 15 minutes, and he already acting up.
He goes to stat for you, bro. Now, this is from AmericanGunFacts.com.
American Gun Facts.
It says guns used in self-defense. 25.3 million Americans, so 31% of gun owners, have used a gun in self-defense.
That's a higher number than I thought.
In nearly 82% of these cases, the gun was never fired. That's what it says.
Oh. Well, that sounds more like what I was saying. Um, and that's no knock. I mean, I pray that nobody ever has to use your gun. You know what I'm saying? I hope you never run into a situation where you have to use.
Oh,
But I want to say this: the mere fact that we haven't is probably one of the reasons that people tend to get comfortable when we carrying a firearm. And I'm on record for saying for a long time that there's way more situations that can occur than you can train or prepare for.
facts.
All right, let me say that again for those in the back. There's way more situations that can occur than you can train or prepare for.
So, Mrs. Ghetto.
So sometimes stuff happens when you least expect it. Urban Second Gen, what's up?
Urban, what's good, bro?
Now, that being said,
POTB, what up?
we all should have some level of, be it training or um, um, extended awareness. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to be aware, but you should have a little extra awareness with all the stuff that's going on today.
Little hypervigilance, I guess.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds like it works in this situation. OG $2, what's happening, man?
What up, $2?
So, but here's the thing. Now, a recent situation, right? New York City,
Mm-hmm.
on the train.
Brooklyn.
Boy, that's a fishy situation to me.
Yep. What's up, BP?
I don't want to get into why it's fishy or how fishy it is. BP, what's up? But that situation just seems fishy. But let's just take it for what it is on the surface. Guy comes on a train, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they say, he dropped some type of smoke
He lit up some smoke bombs.
and just started busting.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say anyway.
Yeah. And then some people got hit, some people got out of there, whatever. Imagine that though. Imagine being in that predicament.
Right.
You was just on a train, whatever you was doing, whether you was coming from work or whatever. And most of us are probably not. I mean, most of us in this chat are probably not taking a train or something from work, you know. But imagine this.
Hey, my black is beautiful.
My black is beautiful. What's up? Imagine this. Imagine going to your local gas station Monday morning. A lot of us do this. You stop, get gas so you can get your gas for the week or whatever. Normal routine. Pull up, you know, go get your gas. A lot of people just pay at the pump.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody pull up on you real fast. You know, whatever they do, whatever they gonna do. Give me that. They got the drop on you, right? Because you was just turning around, putting the nozzle back.
Mm-hmm.
You might be strapped up. But they get the drop on you. Yeah, this hot tub.
Yeah, I see what
he about it too, huh?
I see what he said.
But what all I'm trying to say is I just kind of made that one situation up. But the thing is, everybody gets complacent at times. So I like to do lives and talk about this type of stuff just to raise our awareness. It raises my own awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm telling you, it raises my awareness. Now, I've said this before. So I come from, you know, a pretty rough area, right? But I'm no longer in a rough area like I came up in. That being said, I don't know if my height of aware. Well, I ain't gonna lie, it has. My awareness level went down when I got to the suburbs.
That's what happened.
And it wasn't until two things happened. One, I started dibbling more into this 2A thing, right? And talking to more people, and then having that understanding that I have to be aware all the time, as much as possible. The second thing that happened was I was at a gas station and watched a dude in front of me get robbed. That made me, you know, that much more aware.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Seeing how unaware he was. So, to a lot of you guys who are relatively new gun owners, and to some of the seasoned people, I guess I'm saying all of this to say, don't get complacent.
It's hard, man.
It's hard not to.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not to, and I see this every time, bro. Like we'll go live, and I could be watching the comments.
Thank you.
And one of the main comments you see, it's like Cease just said. Oh no, she didn't just say that. I can't read. She said you can't stay on full alert all the time.
Yeah, you can't.
It's tough, right? But you'll hear people, hey, you got to be alert. You got to look 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You got to do it in a quick manner. You got 1.7 seconds to look from 3 to 9, and then you turn yourself to 6 to make sure you don't miss nothing. I can't stand listening to people talk like that.
What up, Bushido?
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Nobody is
Who
on.
the hell?
Nobody is on 100% of the time.
Nobody, man.
Nobody.
Not even the police.
Nope.
So, but it don't mean it's okay to not be on
right
full alert. I think that environment, right? Whatever environment you come up in, so whatever you see on a daily basis become habit. So maybe you got kids and you raise your kids up. Your kids have been raised in the suburbs. They didn't come up in the hood like you did.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see as much. AK Lover, what's up, my dog?
What up, AK Lover?
Lady Smith, what's up?
Lady Smith.
They don't see it. They don't know what you know. So you tend to try to tell them, but
Siege made a good thing. She said, "Slow down and be aware." That's not the same as full alert. That's true.
Yeah. And I find myself doing it a whole lot more, in terms of when I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know a place I pay attention more so than anywhere now?
Where?
This might shock y'all. The gun store.
I think about that at the range all the time.
Bro.
All the time.
I have become so alert, especially when it started getting to the point where from time to time people know you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They see you, they become familiar with you a little bit. They might follow me on here, whatever, and then there's always that tendency, oftentimes, some people not thinking about it and people want to walk up on you. You got to remember, you may know me, but I don't know you.
Right.
I've never seen you, so if you walk up on me, then I'm kind of, I'm a little defensive. I'm looking at you weird.
I mean, it is weird. Somebody just walk up to you and they like they know you. I mean, they can have the best intentions, but it's just it'll set you off a little bit.
Brett, I see what you're saying, but again, I said this one time before in the live. It would be great for all of us gun owners and people that train and shoot all the time. It would be absolutely amazing if the people that was trying to get at us gave us a warning.
Right, like, hey, I'm about to rob you.
Look here, man, a couple minutes, I'm going to slide over there and rob you, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I got the thump on my right side. I'm going to come up on your left, and I'm going to point the joint at you. I'm going to see what you do. If they warned us, that would be great. Man, nobody finna warn you. You just don't know.
Yep.
Man, stuff happens in the weirdest ways at the weirdest times. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tata Kutina.
And we always look, my cousin here right now, right? He'll tell you. We move around, and it's almost like one got to watch the other. It'd be so many times we could be anywhere, and he might be like, "Cuz what dude on over there?" No, he peeping it, even if I'm not seeing it. You know, roll, what up? You might be like, "What dude on?" Or you really paying attention to people. Or people, but again, man, the warning signs oftentimes don't come the way you would love for them to.
Right.
So I think that it's really important. What up, pimp? I think it's really important. I think about stuff like people. You go in a restaurant, get food. Now, this is so common in Chicago. You go in the restaurant, get food. You just stopping by to grab you a chicken dinner, and little homie walk in, but he didn't know the op seen him walk in.
Right.
They slide through. They start popping into the restaurant. What do you do?
What up, Jay?
Other than get down, I'm saying.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
I'm just telling you that these things can happen. If you pay attention to your surroundings, when y'all walk into a restaurant or a convenience store, do you move? You know what, North Florida? Listen, I'm glad you in here tonight. Now is when I need you. If you able to come on camera, you invited. Let me get this link out here. Because maybe you can give us some insight and some ways to look at situations that we may not have known. My bad to catch you off guard, but that's what I do sometimes. I'm real last second. You might just be a guest tonight.
People need to hit that like button, man.
Oh, can you guys hit the like button for me if you're just coming in? I'd appreciate it. You know what? I absolutely agree with that. What did he wait? Where'd it go?
Who was it?
Bug out.
Oh, Bushido.
As a regular citizen, you don't have to be a hero. You just have to survive.
I agree.
My favorite line to everybody: get home safe.
Yep.
That's my favorite line, Bug Out.
What up, Big Easy?
Get home safe, man.
It's not your job to be a hero.
Yes, Brett, I agree. I agree, bro. I'm talking about everybody got a plan, boy. Everybody.
Man, that's kind of all you can do is try to have a plan and I guess pray things work out the way you're planning. But it usually don't. But I mean, that's kind of what you can do, I guess. Try to prepare as best you can.
Facts. I was just looking on IG and Primary Arms just shouted out my channel. I don't know where that just came from.
Oh, nice.
Well, anyway, so
what up, Black Boy?
I choose to carry around a chamber because sometimes you may not have time to chamber around. So you want to make a good laugh, tell them your plans. That's the thing, man. I don't like people be like, you got a plan, right? Anybody, did I post a link yet? If I didn't, I will now.
I don't remember seeing it, but
anybody that feels like they want to come in here and give their version of what I'm talking about, give some advice or tell people what you do. Because at the end of the day, man, you have a plan, but what are you planning for?
I guess you're planning to try not to die.
I guess so.
That's the thing. If you rob me,
Armel right here.
I don't want you to rob me. I don't want you to take my stuff, but
Armel, what up, champ?
What up, Armel?
What's up? My wife telling me a million stories. I tell y'all.
My boy. Hey, how you doing, wife?
You take it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I'm glad Armel got out the screen because his head was shining. It was hurting my eyes. No, that was Armel, not you.
Okay, well, I was telling him that there have been so many situations. I live in New York where I know I would have been assaulted if I wasn't aware. And I could give you so many scenarios. One of the scenarios, oh, there's my daughter.
That's okay.
One of the scenarios, I used to work at a bar late at night, and I lived like 3 blocks away. I remember one night walking, and that was in Jamaica, off Jamaica Avenue in Queens. And I remember one night walking home, and I saw this white kidnap van. You know, I call them
kidnap van. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Kidnap van. White kidnap van. It started trailing and driving slowly behind me. And I turn around and I always make sure I make them know I see them. I took my phone out and started saying, "This motherfucker called out here." And I started really cussing and started saying, "This is the phone number of whoever the hell is following me." And I was really loud and I started acting crazy. And then, so I was telling the license plate to, actually I wasn't calling anybody, he didn't know. But I was calling the license plate and talking about, this is the license plate, this is what's going on. And they drove off.
Okay.
A van. And that was one incident. And there was another incident where I was coming off, what's this? This is West Farms trains in the Bronx. Anyway, it was late at night, and I remember the exact stop. It's nearby the zoo, and I was on a train, and I actually got the wet. I had a white. I remember I had a white linen dress. I had to come off the train and walk to the bus stop, which was really lonely and dark, right?
Okay.
And it was like a loading stop where the buses wait for people to load on. And I remember when I was in the train, this guy was looking at me, and I got off the train, and he went in the opposite direction on the train station. But then when I went to the bus stop, it was him right behind me a few moments later. And he was at the same bus stop as me. So I remember when I see him, he was on the other side of the bus, the bus stand stop. So I started talking really crazy and loud. And I'm like, I was like, no, I'm sorry if I can cuss, but I'm going to cuss.
No, cuss, go ahead.
This motherfucker think that something's going to happen tonight. No, I was like, if anybody's going to die, it ain't me. I'll fuck somebody else. That's how I was talking. Let him know, I see you, motherfucker. And somebody's going to die. I'm going to be fucking me tonight. That's how I was talking, like really loud. Like, I'll fuck somebody up, literally. So
what up, Alex?
Let them know. There have been so many instances. I can tell you so many instances. I let them know I see them and I'm not afraid. And I turn around and I look at them and say, I see you and I'm not afraid. I don't run. I refuse to run. And I start acting crazy. Anyway, it made him pause because he wasn't sure what to do. And then I luckily a cab was driving past and I hailed the cab and I got in the cab. And when I got in the cab, that's when he walked off. So he followed me from the train to the train stop to try to do something. But I let him know, I see you and I'll fuck you up first. But that's how I do. I could tell you so many instances because in New York, I used to work in bartender at night. So, that's my dog screaming.
That's okay.
She's getting excited because I'm getting excited. So I mean, there's just been so many. And another instance was again coming off Jamaica Avenue walking, and I remember seeing these boys. They were following me, right? And I remember I turn around and I look at them and say, I see you, to let them know I see you. And then I turn back around, walk at the same pace, but I made sure I walk where they were still like the corner of my eye. And I keep walking at the same pace. I don't run. I don't panic. I let them know I see you. And that always, because they always want the element of surprise, right?
Yeah.
So by letting them know that I see you and I'm not afraid, it makes them think twice. And there have been so many incidents.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a bunch of them.
What? I have a bunch of them because there's always more. One time on the train, oh my gosh, that's so many stories. And one time on the train, right? Oh gosh. One time on the train, I think I'm covering up. One time on the train, again, bartender late at night. This guy this guy was walking to the train station and he was basically trying to bully people to give him money.
Okay.
And I remember I saw him and I leaned back and I had my eyes closed and he literally came and shoved me and said, "Give me $1." And I remember I opened my eyes and I looked at him. I was like, "Move your bumper off," because I'm Jamaican. I started fuck. I literally was on my 12 hours working.
Alex, what's up?
I was gonna give him my money. I was like, fuck no. And I said, what the fuck away from me? Then I leaned back and closed my eyes. And he was in front of me. He didn't know what to do. Because he was like, okay. He's not afraid. I just leaned back and closed. I don't know what I was just instinctual. Then he walked off. And then when he came back, he was walking past and side eye, you know.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah. And I was like, yes.
I can see where that will deter some people by.
Yeah, but really, it all boils down to if you feel like you're always keep me aware of what. If you feel like you're being threatened or somebody, always let them know you see them before and you're not afraid. Do not change your pace. Do not run. Look at them. Let them know you see them.
Fear is the enemy.
Fear is the enemy. What they have on you is fear and surprise. And so they always think you're crazy. If you act like you're not afraid and you're crazy, they'll leave you alone. It's like, I don't know what you got.
I think criminals like soft targets.
Yeah, they do. Of course they do.
I think they like. I think they got soft. They like soft targets from like.
Crazy. I put Jamaican on.
It's easy. Like, say for instance, I was watching a show like Force or whatever, Power the other day, and Tommy went to kill one of his adversaries. They sent the girl in and bring him out. I seen that happen like so many times in real life. It was like ridiculous. They send a girl in, soften you up. Oh, this guy like woman. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get the girl and bring him outside or take him to the house, and then we're gonna get him.
Right.
When they dis. So it's so many different scenarios, but if you're not afraid or you're not like desperate and you're confident in yourself, I don't think nobody can really confront you. Like a woman couldn't confront you and use seduction. A crazy a weak person that wants to just prey on a woman can't, because she's not soft. No, a criminal don't want problems, or else they wouldn't be criminals. They'd be out here earning like everybody else.
Fact. You know, well, I do want to say this. Talk to your wife. See if she want to come in on a future show, like on one of the Friday night shows, and just cuss for me, man. Because that was good, bro. That was amazing. I loved it.
That was a terrific cuss.
Oh boy, one of the best I've ever. I thought my wife could cuss. Lord have mercy, she was good. So
she first some more. Go ahead.
Okay.
He said, "Go ahead."
I don't know how to handle this thing. I'm sorry. I think it's fight or again. It's a matter of fight or flight, right? And for me, instinct. I grew up in freaking Almond Town in Kingston, Jamaica. I've seen shit. That shit, I don't get scared at easy. You know what I mean? So it's like fight or flight. And my instinct is, I'll fight. And if one of them's gonna die, it's gonna be me tonight. You know, I don't care how big you are. I don't give a fuck. What are we gonna do? We're gonna fight. I don't give a fuck. I will fight. Oh my god. I could tell you another one. I don't know if you want to.
I'm gonna fight. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, I have a lot of experiences. I used to work at the resorts in I don't know if it was Sandals or Superclubs hotels, right? And I used to get art auctioneers. So I used to work at the resort. So in Sandals Mobay, they had a private island, right? So they had this thing where the staff would actually be at a private island and hang out. So I was in front of where the boat would come and dock, right? This big guy came out like 6'3", all of a sudden came up and hugged me. I'm like, I don't know you. So I pushed him off and slapped him, right? So he started going off and saying, oh, I know her. We work together. I was like, I don't know this motherfucker. Anyway, so I embarrassed him, right? So he told me, wait till I see you. Wait till I see you. I said, okay, wait till you see me then. So I was going to town hoping to see this asshole. I was going to town. I was looking out to make sure if I see him. So one night, I don't know if you know how these hotels are set up, but in Kingston, in Jamaica, it's like it was a long walkway into the Sandals, the resort. And I used to go to the movie theater across the street, so that's how I used to keep myself occupied in between work. I remember walking one time, and it was the same asshole behind me with his friend. And I felt somebody behind me, right? So I turned around again, looked at him, said, I see you, asshole. And then I kept on walking at the same pace. And I think, again, they don't know what to do. Walk at the same pace, didn't run, nothing. Somebody gonna die, ain't gonna be me tonight. So,
Yeah,
but
I know
the
that's
whole
right.
idea is to not be afraid. Do not run. Let them know you see them and keep walking at the same pace. But be prepared to defend that shit. You know, I don't know what I got. I cuss me. Sometimes all my attitude, because I'm not a big person. I'm 5'2", right? I'm not a big person. 5'2", whatever. But all my attitude, I talk like I'm big and I'll fight and I'll kill and I'll shoot it. You know what I mean? You come at me and I'll come at you just as strong. I refuse any asshole, anybody scare me into being I refuse. I just refuse. So
I love your energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I cuss a lot. That's
okay. That's okay.
I'm not
I love the energy though.
I'm not cuss a lot. So all them fuck you motherfucking shit come out of my bummer ass clock, then I mean it's just what it is.
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. That was good.
Yeah.
Well, I know he be getting cussed out every day. It's all love, man. But look, y'all. No, actually, she was funny, but that was really good. I think that's another perspective, you know, where you basically you can yell in a situation, but I never know what worked. I think Carbon Q put up a few minutes ago. What happens if the perpetrator keeps advancing? Now you got to be ready to
defend yourself, right?
But I think, and then it brought up the other thing we was talking about earlier, talking about New York. As it's funny she said that.
Mm-hmm.
When you start thinking about places like New York, New Jersey, what other cities out there that's pretty tough?
Chicago, Detroit.
Well, no. I ain't talking about like in terms of violence. I'm talking about gun control, like terrible gun control. Like in New York,
Los Angeles.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do in New York if you trying to be law abiding and you can't have a firearm?
You fight.
You need to have other stuff.
You fight or you carry some sort of blade. I'm just telling you you fight or you carry some sort of. There's probably more knives running around in the streets of New York than there are guns. That's what ends up happening. Everybody got a box cutter, a razor, some sort of something. I mean, I
just dropped that link, man.
That's how it is. That's how it seems. People, either you fighting or you cutting somebody up. And I've seen plenty of people get cut up.
Yeah, so I think that you I think it's good, and I've been learning this just out of the chat. You're right, Brett. I was just about to say that we have to carry, we have to think beyond the firearm sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a knife, get you some pepper spray or mace or.
That's right, Joe.
Something.
I remember being back in high school. Some of the girls used to carry them razor blades in their mouth. I don't know how they did all day.
Oh yeah. I got cousins do that. They do it now. So I don't know, man. This is always touchy to me because I've seen some situations, been in some, and you just don't never know how stuff is gonna happen.
One of the things that she did, because there's different things that they tell you and teach you. When you start that screaming and acting crazy, you make that person rethink what it is that they're doing.
I didn't think that was bad what she said. I mean, I think that's to it, but
I think that's good. There's certain animalistic things that your brain just do because your brain is wired a certain way.
I think that's true
because look, animalistic things.
Turn that YouTube down, man.
Because
your
brain is wired a certain way. I think that's true because
let them get that together. Turn that YouTube down, man.
Because your brain is wired a certain way.
You can just close YouTube and leave StreamYard open.
Shut up, Billy.
Turn that YouTube down, man. Skilly, what up? YouTube and leave StreamYard.
Shut up, Phil.
Hey, Skilly, why I wait on North Florida Tactical to get in here? Skilly, what up? That you thought yesterday was Thanksgiving? Hey, Skilly, why I wait on North Florida Tactical to get in here? Skilly, what up? That you thought yesterday? You must got YouTube open, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Mute.
Close you on the computer?
Yeah.
You must got YouTube. Close your YouTube tab. So when you see YouTube at the top, just close that.
Mute.
Close you on the. There you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, I've never done this before, so this.
You in here now, man. You in here now. You just fixed it. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, big dog? RGG, fat guy with guns. What's going on,
man?
Yeah, no doubt, man. What's your name? Zodi?
Yeah. I'm instructor Zodi raids. It's that comes from my time riding Zodiacs, doing raids or whatever with 1-4 Alpha. But
okay, my man.
Yeah.
North Florida Tactical Training.
Yes. I'm actually the CEO and one of the instructors at the company. I also have a senior instructor there that nobody really ever sees or whatever, but unless they're there, training with us.
So that was you down there working with my uncle mentor, like Poindexter out there.
Oh yes. BP Poindexter, he's excellent. He came out there with us to Houston, Grinnell, Texas, not too long ago, and he really did his thing out there.
Okay. So I thought you'd be awesome, man, for tonight's conversation. So I'm glad you stopped in tonight, because I always say that there's way more situations that can occur than we can train or prepare for. Right. What do you think? I mean, the young lady was just on here expressing how she would defend herself back in New York City. What do you think, man? And just general situations that occur on a daily basis and protecting ourselves.
Right. I think everybody's initial response to your question, just remember everybody's response to this, it was kind of blank and hope and I don't know, what do you do? Right? Yeah. That's generally everybody's response.
You got a few killers out there that tell you, no, they run up on me, it's over.
Yeah.
It's a mixture.
But realistically, even tough guys die, Navy SEALs die,
Facts.
Marines die, presidents die. So there's really nobody who's bad enough that can put a plan together that completely mitigates stuff not going south. There is no answer. That's why everybody was stuck.
Okay.
The answer is
hold on, bro. Hold your thought. Can everybody please hit the like button for me? We got instructor Zodi raids in this joint, man. North Florida Tactical. They super dope too, man. They actually super dope. I've seen some of the stuff that they do. So Black Poindexter actually trained with them, so he can give you even more information. But I want you guys, if you can, hit the like button for me. That would be amazing. I don't know how we looking out there.
We behind.
Could y'all just take a second if you're just coming in, just to hit that like button for me? We're not behind by too much, so I'll just trust that they're gonna do it for me. My bad to cut you off, man.
Oh no, you're good. You're very good.
If you hit comments on your top right side, you can see the comments.
Comments top right side.
So
Simplify. No photo to YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the comments, y'all.
What up, Marine? Simplify, bro.
Simplify, Marine.
TK, I'm gonna bring you in. I hope you're ready. So get ready. You're gonna come in shortly.
Wix. All right.
So, like you were saying, there's no way to prepare across the board, for things to not go south. Or
it's kind of two-part. There's no amount of training you'll ever have that will prevent you from being a casualty or victim or hurt or shot or dead. There's nothing, you know what I mean? There's no level. Like I said, Navy SEALs get killed all the time. MARSOC, police officers, highly trained individuals or whatever. So there's a solution to that, though. You have to have a plan for when things do go south
Mm.
outside of your control, you know.
Mm.
And that's where generally I'm used to seeing when it gets to this part of the conversation, generally people kind of draw blanks at this point because that's where most people's training or mind stops at. You know what I mean? It's your brain goes to seeing everything going perfectly if you just do the right things, and you just let hope go from there, and you just train up to that point. But
Hello, Miss Audrey.
preparing for when stuff goes south,
Hey, Miss
it's
Audrey.
a whole different mindset.
Okay.
Different mindset. You have to face reality, the fact that one, anybody can get it, you know, anyhow, anyway. So what's my plan for if I happen to get it? If all things fail, my training fails me, I don't see this, I don't do that, see that, what do I do then? And the reason why I timed in is because there's a solution that we call it TCCC or TechMed, and it's actually designed for that. It's to give you a plan for dealing with crisis or emergency situations in a high risk, high threat situation. Their guidelines, their best practices, and a framework for you to act and to cause the most good. And while they're not 100%, they're proven. These guidelines are proven. For example, before the advent of these guidelines, TCCC or TechMed guidelines, in traumatic events, crises, mass shootings, combat, etc., for every 4 people that got injured in any type of way, 1 person dies. But ever since we started implementing these guidelines widely across the DoD, civilian practice to a survival prepper, that death has decreased to every 10 people getting wounded, 9 or 10, 1 person
Really?
dies. So you can see the benefit in that right there.
Yeah.
Of 1 in 4 to now between 1 and between 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my biggest input and my most experience with dealing widely
ET, what up?
with
Is that is like
things
almost
around-
like I want to say is that sort of like, I guess, training to fail? Is that sort of like that?
training to fail. It's training to respond.
Okay.
You know, training to respond to failure. You know,
Okay.
you have a plan in place, so when there's a failure, your response is not to go, I don't know, like we did earlier when we asked the question. You have another move, and you have another move, and you'll implement those moves, you know, and the best practices, so that you're not drawing blanks, and that you have the capacity to affect the outcome in the best way, i.e., that 1 in 4 to between 1 and 9 and 10. You can actually affect that change by just implementing your plan, your guidelines.
That's something to go from 1 in 4 to 1 in 10. That's big. That's big.
Yeah, yeah. You brought up something earlier, regular gun guy. You were talking about the subway shooting, right?
New York, yeah.
Yeah, New York. So I was looking at that too, and I was thinking, man, like in situations like these and so many others, your firearm isn't going to really help you. You know what I mean? Realistically, there's
Yep.
some situations that a lot more situations where your firearm isn't going to help you. You're probably going to just show up after it's done. Or if you're there, you're probably freaking out, trying to figure out what's going on. And as much as we like to be that and prepare for it, there's a good chance we're not going to get the opportunity to be, you know, Jason Bourne. But
Yeah.
we can always respond in any crisis, whether it be pulling up to the scene of it or being there at the time. We can always respond in a way that's actually going to help affect change, that's going to make people survive, that's going to mitigate issues like maybe the threat itself or dealing with casualties or hurt people, how to not become hurt yourself in these situations, and how to basically keep those numbers down. So if we're talking mass casualties, like we're talking about, 30 people get hurt. You know what I mean? It'd be nice if everybody around knew how to respond properly, so that out of those 30 people hurt, it's the 1 in 10 instead of the 1 in 4. That's a lot more dead bodies than 1 in 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always advocate for TCCC and tactical emergency care guidelines, because it fills in that blank of what you do when things go all the way south. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, man. If somebody was interested in, getting some training like Black Poindexter got with you guys, because you guys do a lot, I mean, a lot. Like it's a long grocery list of stuff that you guys do.
Yeah.
But if somebody was interested in getting some of that training, how can they contact you?
Oh, well, I'm mostly on Instagram most of the time. I just started YouTube because of you, really, because I just enjoyed coming into these lives. So I was like, let me make a channel and start getting in on, on it. But I'm mostly on Instagram, or visit us at www.northflooridatactical.com. I get all the messages, emails, chats to either one of those sites directly to me. There we can talk it out. We travel, so it's cool to hit us up, because we basically just want to go where we're wanted. You know what I mean? I know we're North Florida Tactical, but we train pretty much everywhere. We're pretty nomadic, so we like getting calls saying, hey, would you come out here? How many people would it take to get you to fly out straight to us and set us all up? And then we got it, and we take care of, all that other stuff,
Okay. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you chiming in. I'm about to bring my girl TK in here, who she's got like some 911 experience that I want to, talk to her about from both sides, stuff that she's heard, and then how to, when we call in, what information could we give to help the operators out, if a situation occurred.
That is important. That's important.
What's up, Raymond?
Raymond, what up, bro? Okay, so I appreciate you, man. You're welcome to stop in anytime, brother.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Zoe, thanks, man.
Good evening, man.
Fat Guy Guns, salute.
Yes,
peace, bro.
TK, I'm gonna put that link out there.
Yeah, that's interesting, bro. I like that the way he explained that. Is basically training for if things don't go right.
Yeah.
So you know how to respond.
To be able to save the people around you.
Right.
Because sometimes you can't stop something from going south. I got that totally.
I was watching this one guy. They didn't say much about it, but it was a gentleman. I guess one of the guys that got shot on the train. There was a gentleman there who took off his belt, and I guess the guy got shot in the leg, took off his belt and wrapped it around. Was trying to stop the bleeding. He was actually trying to do something. I'd like to know who that guy was and what made him think.
Big Lock, what up?
If he trained for it or something like that. Big Lock.
Oh yeah, he was real knowledgeable, Roadblock. Real knowledgeable guy, man. Check him out on Instagram for real. I gotta look at more of this stuff too. I was just watching every time BP had something up there, because that's my boy. I got BP was running on the video and I got tired.
He was carrying people and all type of stuff.
Yeah. Hold on, here go TK. Wait a minute, bring TK in here.
Hey, Donna.
You got jokes already.
TK, what's up?
Hey, what up?
As you can see, I really just got in from the workplace.
So they being back and forth.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I told y'all was getting Mason Gray vibes tonight. That's all I got for you. I'm tired.
Listen to New Orleans. Keep on talking, girl.
Yeah, right.
New Orleans.
I only been here like 3 years. I'm Mississippi born, bred, and raised, baby.
Well, that New Orleans started to take over you, girl. You sound like
hear
you eat crawfish.
I do eat crawfish. And
Well,
suck the
you
head
sound
too.
like-
Got to eat some crawfish.
And she said she sucked the head too.
Get you some crawfish.
Devil Road, get your sister, man. Hey, look at so look. I had Carbon and myself reach out to you because I know you do some 911 work, right?
Yo.
And I bet you have some some interesting stories.
Mhm.
But what
Yes,
I
sir.
want to get into, who is that talking?
That's my little boy.
Oh, okay, it's the baby then. Okay, I thought that was one of your friends or something. So, but this is the thing. I want to hear like maybe some of the craziest stuff that you heard when people call in. Because when people be panicking, have you gotten some of those? And do it make you nervous when you hear it?
Mm.
No, I mean, I guess for me it's different because you gotta look at. I have military background. Half of my friends have PTSD. There's very few things that I have not seen, heard, or did already.
Okay.
So it does not bother me. It doesn't put me in a panic, but you can hear the fear in them. So as a call taker, you have to sit there and you have to keep your emotions in check. You got to calm them down, get the information so you can get it out to your units so your units can get there in the time and manner to help them people. Like it's it's stressful as hell when you got somebody on your line and they're screaming, I need help, I need help, I need help. And you're like, well, what do you need help with? Like,
Yeah.
what is it that you need me to do to help you? I cannot help you if you don't give me the information. And then they get frustrated with you because you asking questions, but they don't realize that my job is to ask the questions. I have to ask these. I'm not asking you these questions for my health. I promise you. I'm not
Right.
asking for my help. I don't care to be in your business like that. But in order to get you the proper help, in order to get the people that you need out there in a timely manner, I have to go through these protocols. I have to know what's going on. I need to know if weapons were involved. Where is the person who did this? It's dangerous for the people involved, but it's also dangerous for the people who are responding,
Hmm.
and they fail to realize that they miss that part because they're in such like a manic state. They don't know what to do. A lot of times they call you, it's the worst time of their lives.
Yeah.
It is.
I
I've
can
had
imagine.
a mother had to call me to tell me I found my child hanging in the
Mm.
bathroom.
Mm.
So she's in tears, she's hyperventilating. You don't know half of what she's saying, but you have to remain calm because for a lot of us have kids. And me as a mother, anything dealing with kids, it gets me every fucking time. And I'm like, all right, you have to stay in control because you need to get this information and you have to get it out. You have to be the one that can help her because even though I found my child hanging, it sounds like it's fucked up. You'll think automatically the person is dead. No, what if you found them in time? You could cut them down. You could start CPR. You could save that person's life.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
you have to stay on top of it. You cannot freak out as a call taker getting this information from these people, no matter what it is.
What do you do to break through that panic? What just in a scenario, what would you do to because you got to find a way to
So
keep control of that situation?
you do so with me when they come on the line and they're frantic, they're in that state. I'm like, ma'am, I understand what you're going through right now. I empathize with you, but I also need you to calm down so that I can clearly understand what you're saying, so I can get your address, get the information, and get you the help that you need. Once you tell them that, it's kind of like a repetitive thing. Once you tell them what to do and tell them why you need them to do it, most of the time they're going to automatically be like, okay, well, this is what's going on, because it kind of brings them back to reality. Because it's like at that moment they're having an out of body experience. They don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them be nurses. Some of them be nurses. Some of them, be doctors. They work in healthcare. But in that moment, they're lost.
Mm.
You just walked up on, just the other day, I think Saturday, we had a drive by with like 3 people shot. Nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew what to do. All they could do is call 911, give a location, and say they shooting out here. So
Yeah.
now you have to step in and you have to be the middle ground. Hey, I understand that this is going on, but where's your victim? Where's the person that was shot? Or they right here on me. Okay, well, can you get a clean, dry cloth, a towel, and apply firm, constant pressure to the wound? We have to stop the bleeding. That's it. That's all you have to tell them. And once they understand that what I'm doing can possibly save a life, most of the time they're going to comply. They're going to be like, okay, well, I could do that.
Mm.
You have some people who will be like, oh no, I don't want to touch them. I don't want to go close to them. And that's why when I told y'all the other day I drive with blinders on, it's because of people like that. You will call and you're going to tell me what's going on, but you don't want to help the people. Why are you calling? What is your purpose of calling? Like, it's too easy to be like, all right, well, this is going on, so I'm going to get out and help. Don't call me and give me half-ass information and hang up the phone. Or don't call and give half-ass information and you don't want to go over there and do CPR.
Yeah.
Anytime you call 911, this is life or death. This life or death. You got shootings going on where you need police, fire, and EMS on scene. You got the fire going on where people can have smoke inhalation, all of that. You need police, fire, and EMS on scene. But if you're not willing to go over there and assist, what's the purpose of you calling?
That's interesting.
Mm.
What happens when you get the call from the victim?
I got the call from the victim, and he, like, it was crazy because he called, the vehicle got shot up. It's like, I think 4 or 5 of them in a car. And 2 of them didn't make it, but he was able to call. And so somebody walked up to help him. And this the part that pissed me off because he's on the line with us and he's telling us this is what happened. You know, he's getting it out. Even though he's hurt, he's able to be calm enough to tell you what's going on because he realizes that I need help. Yeah. I need help. I can't drive myself. I can't do this by myself. Somebody has to come and help me. So end up happening, somebody walked up to help him, but he fucked up. Because the boy said, is it bad? He said, oh yeah, you've been shot about 7 times already. Now he panicking. When you go into a panic, you bleed more. So now what you gonna do? Yeah. Now what you gonna, you'd have made him like, you'd have put a total wreck on this child, telling him that he's been hit 7 times and he don't know. All he knows is his adrenaline is pumping. He could see one wound in his leg, and he was able to call for help. So he has hope that somebody is coming, and they're coming fast.
So you would say that in that situation, to don't focus on the person what's being hurt. I mean, attend to it, but don't bring it to their attention.
Yes, don't, because once you tell them this is what's going on, now they know, okay, it's worse than what I thought. But their panic sits in. You know, at the time the adrenaline is pumping and you like, okay, I could be saved. Because when you first into like a predicament like that, your adrenaline is pumping, you're good. You think you're okay. But when somebody brings to your attention, you've been hit in the back of the head. You're bleeding. What happens? You're scared. Now you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's going to slow everything down, but it's going to make you bleed even more. That's not okay.
Let me ask you a question. First of all, hi TK, how you doing?
I'm good.
Quick question for you.
Hey Billy, wait. You like an accent?
It sounds real Southern bellish.
That New Orleans thing pretty dope, ain't it?
Man,
and
go
them
ahead.
crawfish had me. All right.
Go ahead.
What up, y'all? Either way, TK, when you get a call in, do you have the ability to dispatch different departments depending on the scenario?
So it depends on where, like, you know, for us, for New Orleans 911, we dispatch for police, fire, and EMS. We do all 3. So no matter what you call in and say, I have the ability as the call taker to send it right over to the dispatcher because they separate it. Like you have people who take the calls, who take the information, and then you have dispatchers who send it out to the units. So it don't, like, the system is set up to where if you need fire, they're going to send it to fire. But we're all in the same building. We all communicate with each other and we all help each other. A lot of times we on scene for the same thing. We all together. So we have our center, I'm not going to say everybody, our center has the ability to dispatch for all 3 disciplines. Some people, they're separated, and some only dispatch for police. Or 4 or 5 years. So it just depends on what city you're in.
I always wonder that who everybody calls 911 for emergency, but who decides the severity of the
So
emergency, and
okay, so we have like for hours we have what's called pro QA. So if you call in, depending on what you tell me, it sends out a signal to the units. So the signal is going to tell them what type of incident and what priority is on. It's prioritized one, two, and three. Three being the highest, one being the lowest.
Mhm.
So for police, it's only one and two. Two is the highest. So if it comes out on the two for police, and they have whatever, like it's a shooter for police is gonna come out on the two. Anything domestic comes out on the two. They have to automatically go to it. Like they're
Mhm.
sent directly to that. It don't matter what they're on. You're going to be taken off of your initial call, and you have to go to the highest priority.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And that's a lot of times what like people get tripped up on because they like, well, y'all said the police was going to be such and such, but if something else comes out of more importance, they have to go and respond to that. Like the other day, what we had yesterday, two siblings altercation, the units go out. Both of the siblings are cut with a beer bottle, and the officer got cut with a beer bottle.
Hmm.
But everybody was on scene, and because you needed everybody on scene. You needed the police there to de-escalate the actual altercation. You needed EMS to treat the people, and you needed fire for crowd control because it was a lot of people. You know, it just it be crazy sometimes, y'all. Like
Mhm.
ex
Now,
my brother, I tell him stories like shit is crazy.
Now you know
does
what I want. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
go what when you have say, especially in a place like New Orleans, where things would have been more of a three, but the common threes, do you feel like they're getting cut down to twos, like the priorities because of the
Nope.
flooding and all that? It's not taken as.
I'm gonna say it like this for EMS and fire. If it's on a three, they're responding on a three. There is no, there is no downgrade to that.
Mhm.
You can't because most of the time for uh EMS, it's going to be like cardiac arrest, opioid arrest, choking hazards, drowning, anything of that nature. That's a code three. They rolling. Ain't no
Mhm.
stopping. Like even if it's a shooting, the shooting's gonna come out as a code three. We got to dispatch the unit and we got to tell a unit stage in the area for scene safety. So that means they're gonna park about a block away until police come out and give a code for to say that, hey, well, we got the subject or the subject's no longer on scene. They got to make sure that it's safe for the people to come in and do the work that they need to do.
Mhm.
TK, do you see that question there on the screen?
Okay, well, his phone call from what I seen, what I heard, the way he handled it actually was proper. Like he did it the correct way. There is no wrong way. If you feel like your life is in danger, you are able to defend yourself at all costs. When you call, you can say, this is what happened. I tell them all the time, if it's me, I'm going to just call y'all and tell y'all lie to die to everybody. Send the cavalry, because I already done shot it up out here. I did. It was me.
Mhm.
I have no problem. If when it comes to my life or yours, I'm gonna choose me every time. I'm gonna choose. There is not one time that I go out my door that at least one weapon is not on me.
Mhm.
Like y'all, I be
Oh,
serious.
you showed me.
I
Oh,
have knives. I carry knives. I carry guns. I carry everything. Anything that's gonna
so
protect
she
me
finna up the bang
is
on
with
us.
me. I didn't up the pistol. I mean, dang.
Thank you. No, but because he kind of asked the question I was going to ask. Like, if somebody's in a situation where an emergency situation, what is the most pertinent information for you,
Mm-hmm.
or what should we be
Okay, so
saying first when we call
when you
911?
when you call, the first thing you need to give me is the location, because although like when you call, it's going to pick up your location, it's going to tell me this is where you are. It also gives me an approximate location. So although it might be the right address, I need you to verify it. So the first thing I want is your address. I don't care about your name, I don't care about your number. I need your address and I need what's going on. That's it. If you call and say, I'm at the Domino's on Billiard Street, guess what? I can type it in. It's gonna pop
Mhm.
up. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. There's an active shooter on scene. Guess what? I have a protocol for active shooter. I'm gonna tell you how to get away safely. I'm gonna tell you what to do to make sure you stay safe. And if you have to defend yourself, most of the time they're going to tell you, do not put yourself in any danger. If you feel like whatever you're going to do is going to put you in danger, do not endanger your life.
Okay.
But if you feel the need to defend yourself, I cannot stop you from doing it.
Mhm.
And
Now, have you
yes, you
had to walk
absolutely can.
somebody?
Yes. I'm sorry, Billy. What was it?
Have you had to walk somebody through an actual scenario like that where they called, but the situation was still occurring?
We've had that. Didn't end well. We've had it twice. Well, one ended just fine. She was extra scared. She thought like well somebody was trying to break into her home. We had to talk her through hiding, where to hide, how to remain quiet. Turn your brightness down on your phone, turn your vibrations off. Do not say anything. Like if you have to say something, if I ask you a question and I need a yes or no, press a number for yes, press two numbers for no. We've had I know y'all seen it like all over TikTok. The say you're ordering a pizza for domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
We have those calls. Somebody was being kidnapped,
Mm.
pretending that she was trying to order something. You gotta find the location. At that time, she can't really tell you anything. So then you have
Mhm.
to flip it to, all right, talk to me like I'm one of your friends. Are you okay with saying yes or no? Can I ask you yes or no questions? They're gonna tell you, yeah. So you have to reword all of your questions to get a yes or no answer so that you don't put them in any more danger than they're already in.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, but what is Prepper 101? Yes, you can get a GPS location, but the thing about that is it's not always accurate because cell phone towers don't like if one tower is full, your call is going to bounce off the next tower. The next tower may be like 2 blocks away. So it
Mm.
might tell me you over here when really you over there. So that's why a lot of times they're going to ask you to verify the location. But also though, like if you don't know your location or you just have a phone number, we're also able to contact your cell phone carrier and get them to ping your phone. It's going to
Mhm.
ping to your exact location.
Okay.
Now, how quick does something like that? Can you guys do that within minutes?
The pinging, no, the pinging usually takes about probably 20 minutes because
Ooh,
we have to send verification to the cell phone company that we're actually who we say we are for
Hmm.
911, and then they'll send it back. But
20
they're not
minutes.
going to do it until they get verification.
Ooh, that's 20 minutes is a long time.
It's
That's
a
a
long
long,
time. To
and
to be
that's not
honest
on
with
y'all
you,
side. That's the
to,
carrier side.
Right.
to be honest with you, on a 911 call, 2 minutes is too long
Mm.
because you have to think about these people feel like this is the worst moment of my life. Like, why do you feel like my situation is not important? This is an emergency to me. So you have to also remember that what's an emergency to me might not be an emergency to you. You know, your dog ran away. You might feel like that's it, top of the line. Come help me find my dog. And I really be sitting over here like, you called me for a fucking dog? Like this what you want today? And they do. You
But they
got people
love
that
their dog, TK.
they will pick up a stray dog and call 911.
No.
And this me.
Mm. Now, how many? I always pictured the call center like 5 or 6 people. Is it like a whole warehouse full of people?
It's not a warehouse because we are short staffed, but we have about 7 people who take calls. You
Mm.
have two people who dispatch for EMS, two two that dispatch for fire, and you have about 5 police dispatchers. And that's because everything is broken down into districts, different districts. So whereas yes, we run the whole city of New Orleans calls, but it's 8 different districts inside the city of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
There's seven people handle calls for how many? What's the population? Jesus.
That's for
A
one
lot
That
to
district.
don't seem like enough.
It's not. It absolutely is not. Like I don't. Well, y'all may not have seen it, but we've actually been on the news because they say that the response time is slow. It's hard to get into. Like it's hard to get your calls over to 911, which it absolutely is. But they don't realize that we're short staffed. We can only take one call at a time. I cannot rush this person's emergency because another one is coming.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I can only one call at a time. I can only help one person at a time. And then think about if I get a call that requires me to do CPR. I have to talk you through CPR instructions.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not listening to me, I have to continue to repeat myself to get you to do these instructions the correct way.
Mm.
That's taking time off of, somebody else maybe calling in. Trust me, they got a little sound that beeps all fucking day when you got a call holding.
Yeah.
Wow.
It sounds like the damn doorbell when I say it's the most aggravating as shit.
Mm.
Like I'm really sitting in there like this is triggering my PTSD. I need to get the fuck out.
How deep does your queue get at times?
We've had up to 10 calls holding.
Damn.
That's a lot.
That it is.
And you
Wow.
It's
can
a
only
lot.
imagine what some of those emergencies might be.
Right.
But I mean, some of them are calling in somebody else's emergencies. Some of them are actual emergencies. Some of them are, why are you wasting my time today?
Yeah.
Now, would you say how many of those calls you might see in a day? I'm just curious. How
How
many of
many
those like them? What the hell?
Huh.
Too
of
much.
the
Too many.
800 plus calls? I work 12-hour shifts. So of 800 plus calls a day,
Mm.
at least 4 are just, why you even wasting my time?
You get 800 calls in a shift?
Just
Damn.
about.
Damn.
I've taken me
Crazy.
personally, just me doing my 12 hours, because most of the time if I'm on the call taking side, I'm not gonna get up for a break. I'm gonna get up for my hour lunch break and that's it. I might run to the bathroom and I'm coming right back. I'm not gonna take no 15-minute break. I don't take extensive breaks. Come here, let's get this job done and go on about our business. Come back the next day and do this shit all over again.
And it's nonstop. Call after call.
Like literally all day, because you have to think about it. City of New Orleans is big.
Yeah.
The city is big. You have multiple tourists coming in. Right now is what, cruise season, so they got cruise ships docked. You got people. It's springtime. People out on their boats on the river.
Mm-hmm.
You got what, alarm companies that call, because alarm companies actually call 911 to get us dispatched out to the houses for whatever alarm is going off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
So
it's a lot.
if, and I'm sure you deal with this a lot, and I've been in this scenario plenty, probably most of the people in here. There's a car accident. You call 911. The lady next to you called 911. The guy driving the car called 911. How do you decipher if it's the same call? You
Okay,
hate
so
this.
no, you have to verify the location. So if a passerby calls and they're going to give you one location, and if the other car is following, they give you the same location with the same vehicle description. Okay, this is the same call. So you're going to append it to that to make it one call so that you don't overwork your units. Because by us getting multiple calls, sometimes they'll write it up 3 and 4 times. Now you got to dispatch the same thing 3 to 4 times, and it looks crazy. It sounds crazy because you're like, didn't I just send somebody over here? Why am I getting this again? But there's an option to dupe out the call to say, okay, this and this is the same. So I don't have to say it multiple times. I could just append these 2 calls together, give them all the updates that's, because one person might have more information than the last person.
Mm-hmm.
So when you append the cause, you join them together. You kind of link them together. So everything goes under the same.
Yeah.
Y'all,
That's some deep stuff, man.
I could take y'all on a day in my life.
You
Mm-hmm.
should. You should. I think
That sounds. I hope you're getting some, some sort of relaxation, because that sounds stressful as hell.
I drink a lot. I drink a
I don't
lot.
even know if we're supposed to laugh at that.
Look, TK
I'm
being that
serious. I don't want you to be on
911. What happened?
She
No,
be calling them up, fucking with them.
oh no.
Dad, my drink low.
Look, it's bad, y'all. I know it's bad because my supervisor, like last week was telecommunicators week, because that's our technical title, telecommunicators. So they celebrated us all week. Like 3 days in a row, my supervisor gave me a gift, and it had miniature bottles of alcohol in it. I sent the picture to my brother. I was like, does this mean I drank too much? Is he trying to tell me something? Like, what he trying to tell me? Because I don't know if I'm just proud that he pay attention that I need alcoholic beverages to get through the day, or if he's judging me.
Do they
The other.
Sound like a little bit of both.
any type of, I guess, mental health services? Because it sounds like you.
They actually do offer us. They have a counselor that will come by every so often. Then they have it where you can reach out to the counselor if need be. You can text them, call them, FaceTime, go sit on the couch and cry your eyes out. Actually, I do decompress. Usually, if I have a bad call, I take a walk like around the building. Our building is huge, so I go walk around the building for a minute or two. And once I get home, I never try to bring in work into my house. I don't bring that same energy. Usually when I first get home, I'm gonna sit in my car for about an hour or so before I come inside. Because whatever I had on me for the day at work, I don't want to bring into my house and put onto my child.
Right.
Like, I'm very, very protective of his energy and of the energy in my house. Even when I go to work like at least 30 minutes early, and I'm gonna sit in the parking lot. So whatever I'm going through at home, I don't take to work.
Mm-hmm.
That way it keeps it balanced, and it allows you to just go in with a fresh start. Like, hey, it's a new day.
I ain't gonna lie though. We joke a lot, but that does sound tough, man. I don't think it takes a certain type of person to be able to
You
do.
got to be a certain level of crazy to work for.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's crazy, but
Yeah.
there's a level of concern that you have. I mean, you doing. I mean, people say you're doing God's work. That's all. I mean, because you taking all that stuff on you, man. That's a big deal, man. I gotta really commend you for that.
It is like, I joke a lot, I talk shit a lot, and anybody who knows me on a personal level will probably tell you I'm the meanest person ever. I am an asshole,
Yeah,
but
like
I
3
also
people
have the
told me
biggest heart. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for people. I absolutely love caring for people.
Yeah.
When
deep.
I used to work when I used to live in New York. There were certain days where I was like, "This is gonna be some bullshit." New Year's Eve, 4th of July, Labor Day,
Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday fucked up.
Let me tell you about my Easter Sunday. I legit had to text my brother and them, and I was like, "Yo, why the fuck these people not at church somewhere?" Like, I thought that all people, even the ones who don't believe, in God, I don't judge nobody. Even the ones who don't believe, they be the CME members, the Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter members. They go to church on just those holidays. Why the fuck y'all not at church somewhere? Y'all out here doing drive-bys. Y'all out here stabbing each other
on Easter.
And then it's back to back. Like, it was so bad. One day we got a call and it was a shooting. Dispatch the unit. It's a trauma activation. They take the person to the hospital. Like, after that, it was a pedestrian stroke, like probably in the next district. They go to that one, get that person together, take them to the hospital. Soon as they clear, it's another fucking shooting. I give the address. The fucking unit said, "Ain't that where we just came from?" I said, "Yeah, it's about a block up the road, ma'am."
Damn.
a block up the road, less than 10 minutes apart.
Mm.
What the fuck is y'all doing?
On
Like,
Easter
what,
Sunday.
what are y'all doing? What is so bad that you have to say, I'm gonna just go shoot at everybody? And that's the worst part about it, because you never get the person that you're actually trying to shoot, because you don't know how to aim. You're out here shooting a 38 and you're shooting every damn body but the person that you need to shoot. You got an AK you want to shoot, and who you aiming at? You shot Jim Bob on the next block,
Jim Bob.
but you ain't shoot motherfucking Tommy that's sitting right here in front of you. And that's who you was aiming at. Like, that's the part that pisses me off, because you go out here shooting with no regards to what's going on around you.
Yeah.
We done had so many kids like lose their lives because of senseless gun violence. It ain't even, you ain't even trying to shoot at the children, but you shooting the children. Kids in their backyard swinging and get hit by a stray bullet.
Yeah.
Because you want to be ignorant today. Because you scared to lose a fight. Because, I mean, let's be honest, that's why y'all shooting nowadays, because you're scared to lose a fight.
Yeah, nobody want to take an ass whooping.
Take your L and go ahead. Take your L and go ahead. Try again on another day. Because if you beat me up every time I see you, we fighting. Every time I see you, it's up. I don't care. If I see you first, I'm going to sneak you. Tell you that now. If you beat me up, you got to fight me every time I see you until I get my W.
TK?
TK, I agree with you. I agree with you.
No, I agree with everything TK said, and I am thank you so much for your service, not only the military service, but for what you're doing with 911 too. You know I rock with you. But just a second ago, you used a word that it's just sticking with me now. You said you shooting everybody except the person in front of you. Now, I need to know what in front of you is, because like I know you down there in New Orleans, and I love listening to people from New Orleans talk. And you know you my girl now, but in front of you, and if
in front of you, yeah, like that camera sitting right in front of you.
I want to start using the word.
It just means like in front of you, whatever is in front of you. Let me put my properness on. Whatever is
in front of you is in front of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
so
bike,
because I like to say off and between. That's one
bank.
of my favorite words.
Bike, that's back. That's behind you.
In the bike.
That's
in front of you in the bike.
Bike is behind you.
Yay.
In front of you is in front of you.
Yeah, and buku is a lot. That's a whole lot.
I'll be damned.
What's your favorite one you said? Twixt between, what is it?
Off and tween. That's mine.
Off between.
Yeah.
Round yonder.
Round yonder. That's whack. Off and tween. That's one I like to use. That's my thing right there.
That's that new.
Yeah. Yeah, the baby was hiding off and tween the two dresses in the room over there. Off and tween, man. That's what I use. But anyway.
That was off and in between?
There you go.
So what did they fall off of?
I don't know. That's something my daddy didn't say, and then I just thought that was off and tween. That was it.
Well, you should be able to see it. It's right front of you.
Down there in South Georgia, where my family.
You should have knew exactly what that was.
Bike.
That's something we should not have questioned.
Trivia.
Yeah.
I don't see how you was questioning in front of you, and you knew what off and tween mean.
I don't say off and tween often on YouTube, but you just said QB, so I had to bring that up. QB, what up? But I thank you so much for coming through here, man. I appreciate you. Well, you gonna get you're gonna get the detox a little bit because you're gonna be in Nashville, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm detoxing a bunch in Nashville.
Good.
If y'all see me on top of the table, don't like this. Mind your business.
Just let it be.
Can you not be on top of the tables at the RGAs, please? Let it be in the lobby of the hotel. That's fine. These RGAs need to go right. TK, if you end up on that table,
I gotta tell you that this is why I need to detox. I have been a full-time student, a full-time single mother, and a full-time employee for the past 2 years. I finished classes early, but I took my test today. I needed a 750. I made a 1093 on my test. Baby, I'm outside.
Nice.
It's
I'm
going down.
outside.
Devil Road, get your sister, boy. You
Yep.
know us. Hey, you know us a lot of them QB types gonna be running around down there in Nashville, boy. TK
You can leave them where they at, child. Leave them where they at.
They're gonna be right front you.
No, they're gonna be two right front you and two in the bike.
Trying to get off between something.
I don't even want it because number one, I don't do young. You got to be older. And number two,
them gonna be there too, boy. You think
you got to make the money, baby? Because if your money ain't higher than my money, ain't nothing. I ain't really nothing I could do.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a event full of sugar daddies. But I'm not here to sell that.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm here to sell for you.
Send one my way. I got a couple of more guns I want to buy.
What you got on your list? I will go ahead and talk.
What I got on my list right now? I need a 300 blackout. Okay. I want the Smith & Wesson 10 mil. I want the whole Smith & Wesson collection, to be honest with you. I got the 40.
Why? What's with you and Smith & Wesson?
It just resonates home with me. I'm old.
That 10 mil is whack, though.
I'm old, man. I gotta get it.
Get your Glock 20 and thank you later.
I want all Smith & Wesson though. Like not necessarily for use, but I just want the collection itself. Like just to have the collection.
I understand that.
Full set. I dig it.
Now, I mean, I just purchased 2 more. I just got me 2
what you done got? What you done got? Put me up on it.
I actually just got the Canic Elite and I got the Shadow System MR920.
Good choices. Good choices.
Okay.
Well,
TK, I thank you so much. I got a couple other people waiting in the back. I'm gonna bring them in, but thank you. That was exactly what I.
No problem. It's all love.
We appreciate you, young lady.
Make sure you relax, man. Get you some relax.
Man, I'm finna pour me up a drink right now and finish watching y'all. He's not.
All right.
Shout out to you.
Yep.
All right, TK.
All right, TK.
Janet Jackson, man. Hey, Janet.
Who that?
Hello.
How are you?
Janet.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Janet. Okay, who the hell is Janet?
Can you hear me good?
Janet is my younger brother's wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy, what's up,
Janet? Nice to meet you.
Zach,
how are you guys?
Your eyes to yourself. No, how you doing, Janet?
You're making me blush over here.
Janet is EMT. She has a lot of EMT real world experience in one of the roughest towns in New York. So I figured we asked her to come on and just give her side of the story when she does come onto scenes and respond to these shootings and stabbings and, violent encounters. How did she feel? Go ahead, y'all. Do y'all thing. I'm sorry.
No,
Hi, Janet.
That's actually good, Janet. Definitely. And you in New York, so there's a lot going on. Now, is this is New York City?
This is actually Suffolk County, New York, in Brentwood.
Okay. So you're seeing a lot day to day.
Yeah, I've actually been a volunteer EMS for the last 15 years, 16 years. So I've seen a lot, been to many places around here, and just many calls. It's a small town, but you see a lot.
Okay. So what I was talking about tonight is stuff like situational awareness. Do you see things that you might have seen that you thought could have been avoidable?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. I mean, you see cases where, you have situations where kids catch on fire over, burners in the summertime. You have people with fireworks. You have people, just doing stupid stuff that could be avoidable. And you see it all the time in EMS,
Yeah. That's deep. That's almost like now with the 911 stuff, she's taking the calls in the situation. You're going to the scene.
Yeah, you sometimes
and you see some gruesome stuff, I imagine.
Yeah, sometimes what's crazy is that, you get dispatched a certain call and it's not even what you expect. So sometimes it could be downplayed as somebody just kind of saw something, and then they you get the call, and then it's a high level call. It's a cardiac arrest, and it came in as a alpha job, which is one of your lowest calls on the scene.
Mm,
And then you just always have to go prepared.
yeah. What's the craziest thing you've seen recently?
Recently, I mean, it's just been from a lot of suicidal calls where you enter scene and you're with the police officer just trying to get somebody off of a hanging fan, or just suicidal calls, things like that. People, heroin overdoses, um at a McDonald's bathroom, just things that you have to just kind of like be ready and not really sympathize with the call, but have some empathy, because you don't want to lose focus. I know you guys were talking with TK on how she actually responds to these things and how hard it could be on her on the other side of the phone trying to help these people. And it's kind of the same feeling when you're there personally, physically. You're there, you're wanting to help and you're wanting to do the best you can, but at the same time it's just like it's all in God's hands. You do what you're trained for, you do what you know, and your team is with you. Your whoever's with you on that call, um you're there to assist.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's deep. Now, as we was talking about with TK, how stressful is this on you? Like, cause you gotta see some crazy stuff and then try to blank it out when you go home. I know me. I don't know if I'm built for that because I don't know if I could really blank it out. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right. I think things like that you never can blank out, especially when you lay down at night and you getting ready for bed and you just kind of like have dealt with this, whether it be a child and you have your own children and you see your children and now you're thinking, oh, that could have been my kid, and I didn't, I tried to save this child, or I tried to, just an image of a car accident that you go and there's a child in the back of the car with no seatbelt on or no booster seat,
mm,
and he could have been alive, this whole time. But here you are trying to do CPR on a child that had no seatbelt, that just got ejected from the back rear window of a car, you know. Um,
Melanated, what's up?
I'm sorry.
No, I
What up,
was speaking
man?
to somebody in the chat. I'm sorry about that.
No, 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 it's
I'm
okay.
rude like that. I speak to people while people are talking. You
Yeah.
have to excuse me.
So it's things like that could be avoidable, but that you go home thinking again, like, you know what, like that could have been avoidable, and it's something that just stays in your head forever, for life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Shout out to all the spouses of people that are in that industry, because they really have to be the consoler,
Mhm.
when it is time to go home and break down and just even talk about it to get it off your chest. They got to be a sponge, man. They got to just take it in and just, because people in that industry have to get it off.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
and it starts to mess with their own head and figure out, wonder why I'm doing this still. So shout out to all y'all that's on the right hand of these people.
No, and this conversation kind of shifted because it was supposed to be more situational awareness for people like gun owners and stuff like that. But it proves that there's way more situations or scenarios that can occur than we can prepare for. You never
Mhm.
Yeah.
know what the hell is going to happen. And then people in the industry like you guys are in, between the 911 and the EMS, that's somewhere that's different, man.
Mhm.
That's like next level. That's like military war on that level. Like because you're seeing stuff day to day that most of us can't even imagine.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for
Are
that.
there,
I mean,
are there ever situations that you would encounter that you're actually afraid of what's still going on around you? Like, have you gotten to a place, maybe they're still fighting, or the dudes come back around in the car type situation? Is there protection for you guys, or
Actually, the first thing they always tell you, whether you take a a course or a class or you're volunteering, they tell you scene safety. Scene safety, is your own protection. You got to protect yourself before you can save anybody else out there, right?
Okay.
So pretty much when you're on scene, you're and you're getting dispatched for a call that it's a dispute between whoever, a wife or whatever dispute. It usually comes in, and PD is going to be on scene. Now, PD, hopefully you're working hand in hand with these first responders. They're really the first responders. PD is the first responder to any scene, at least out here. And once they arrive, you kind of feel safe, but you kind of feel like you got to watch your back, especially around where I live and where I volunteer, because it's never safe. You always got to be with your partner, and everybody's always on the lookout, and you're out there to save a life, not to lose a life. But there are situations where you've been, I've gone to calls where it's been a woman cheating on her husband, and the husband comes home and he's chasing the other guy, you stabbed him a few times, and now there's a man loose on the street, that PD's still trying to find. Things like that. It's just the craziness that people don't really know.
There you go, $2.
That lives within,
Yeah.
Somebody got caught in a freaky situation and got stabbed.
Got caught.
He was just asking
somebody get chased with a blowtorch, right? On the internet the other day.
So I got a weird question. So with you guys having this type of experience, right? What happens if, God forbid, you have a situation, an emergency yourself?
Right.
Are you like accustomed to trying to handle it yourself, or do you make the call and let your peers take care of that?
As far as what do you mean? Like if I have like an emergency in my house?
Yeah, if you have an emergency, is it like, oh, I know what to do here, I'm gonna react, or do I make the call?
My now 7-year-old son, right? At one time he swallowed a penny and he was choking. And I've been in EMS for, like I said, about 15 years now. I totally froze because it was my child. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody else, but it was to the point where I was doing what I practiced and nothing was coming out, and I just blank stare, and it was an emergency, So I rushed over to my neighbor who also happens to be a first responder. And he was in a firehouse, and he just kind of like took over. But sometimes when it's your immediate family, I don't know if it happens to everyone, but I know it does happen to me, where I just you just freeze up and you're just like this is my kid,
Yeah.
So yeah, it does happen.
Now I'm glad she just said that. That takes me back to this original topic about situational awareness, and we've talked about this before with firearms, because this channel is kind of centered around firearms. Now, people that get in real situations, and I've seen it, people freeze. Everybody talk about what they'll do until it's time to do it. A real situation occurs, even though, like you just said, that's with your kid. You just never know what that situation is going to be. And I've seen people freeze. They just freeze right up. I'm talking about they'd be the biggest trash talkers in the world until that thing happens and you got to, react.
Yeah, you're human. I think if you're human, you're gonna have all type of emotions running through your mind, through your, until you get that flight instinct,
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, this was dope, Billy. Thanks for that, man. Because I'm like, who the hell?
Of course.
But
hey, Janet,
Janet.
where's my younger twin?
Your twin?
Get the hell out of here!
Listening in.
What's up, little buddy?
Billy?
That's little Bill.
I want to know what it's like to be related to Billy DeBarge.
Yeah, what is it like? I want you to say something, man, because if y'all brothers and both of y'all ask the same type of questions and kind of think the same, this is going to be really weird.
They're looking at you. Like,
what's your name, man?
Wes.
Wes.
Well, little Billy.
Little Billy. Billy and Wes.
Melanated.
Hey, man, thanks for letting your wife come on here and give us some insight, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice to meet you, man. Your brother's a cool guy, so I'm assuming you're a cool guy as well.
The coolest.
New
Yeah,
York.
you know what it is? He has good input. My wife does too, and we talk a lot. Oh, she's
Okay.
trying to focus the camera.
Yeah,
That's dope, man.
they're watching.
Yeah,
Shout out
but
to New York,
she
man. It's like
she
a
goes
100
through a
and something
lot.
people.
Tells me a lot of stories, you know, and it just drives me nuts sometimes. We live in a decent neighborhood, but you know,
Yeah.
but things happen. Like you guys say, awareness, you know.
Now,
Yeah.
where
You know what's funny?
where you guys at in New York again? Like, give me some context of where they located.
Brooklyn, New
You know
York.
the town EPMD is from?
Okay.
Yeah.
Brentwood?
All right.
Kind of central Long Island.
All right. Okay.
Rough ass neighborhood.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
But let me, if I can, real quick, while my brother's on here. He was telling me a story earlier about situational awareness that he was face to face with. Didn't concern him, but it could have. Wes, if you want to tell that about the officer.
yeah. So basically, guys, I walked into a Subway, and there was a young police officer, young girl, maybe in her 20s, and just very concerned about her phone. In a phone, texting, everything, looking at her phone. I walked behind her. I'm maybe 3 feet behind her, and she had she didn't even know I was there. So basically, then 2 more customers walked in behind me. I noticed a lot of crazy people walking around nowadays. Easily could have grabbed the gun out the holster, you know, and it just concerned me. I'm watching the girl. She's just too in tune to her phone. That's what goes on nowadays. You know, people are just walking around too concerned about what's going on, social, whatever it is. But it did concern me that anybody could walk up on her, grab a gun, and hurt her. Then my brother informed me that this happened a couple weeks ago. So that kind of,
Yep.
you know,
What was it? That
made
was
me
in
a little
Manhattan, right? On
concerned,
Brooklyn? Zach, you remember that story?
Yeah,
I know
remember
everybody remembers that.
the
That was
young lady
in
she was in the bodega and they were watching her and they took her gun.
Yep. Beat her up a little bit or wrestled with her and all that. So, but I was telling him her lack of awareness put him in a bad scenario, because if somebody was able to get her firearm from her, now he's in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes you got to be aware for other people. So he said that he wasn't even worried about so much knowing what was around him, but more around her, so he can react if something did go down.
Correct.
So that whole situation would be a safer outcome, hopefully.
Now I know New York got them crazy gun laws and restrictions and stuff, but as an EMS, are you able to legally get a carry permit in New York?
No.
Still no?
You have to have a lot of like credentials, like to have a gun either way. You know, you can't really just go apply and get approved. You know, you have to have backup, like people that vouch for you. And
yeah, you also have to take it into consideration too that, like, let's say EMS provider has a PTSD from a certain call, or you know that they took a relative or somebody's family that they know, you know, and now they know the person who did it, and they're carrying a gun. You know, it's something that I'm sure that they don't want to start a new war out here with that.
Yeah. True. Super true.
That's interesting, man. That is interesting, man. This guy good. This guy good. Where's Ghetto? He was backstage for a while.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Cause he's got a. I'm sure he's got a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And before I get out of here, I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear Ghetto's story.
Janet, amazing.
Janet, thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Little
you
brother.
guys. Have a good night. Thank you.
My little brother. I love you.
Little bro right there, man.
He
Hey,
loves
Billy,
me.
he's cooler than you, though,
you too.
Your boy Glee.
Jace.
Shout out to Long Island.
No more
Nephew.
pennies, Jace.
There go nephew right there. What's up, nephew?
We definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
No doubt. Love y'all.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Shout out to New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this live really is like New York driven.
No.
And I'm getting sick of it.
What do you think?
Just deal with
I'm sick of this New York stuff. Where's Ghetto though?
He was here. I don't know what happened to him. Oh,
Hey.
wait.
Hey, Skilly, what's up? Skilly.
The
Damn. I wasn't aware of that situation. You scared the hell out of me.
Damn.
What the hell? Let me get Ghetto in there. He ugly too, but he ain't ugly as Skilly.
That's question.
But together we got two eyes. How y'all
Man,
doing?
I have no idea where y'all came from with that.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
I meant to get you here a little sooner, man. But I know you got an amazing story to tell.
Yeah.
About any type of situational awareness or situation you might have been involved in.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually brought them up first. I was listening to them, man, and I'll be able to touch on a couple of those because I was gonna come up there when Armel's wife was talking because you were saying, you know, everybody come up, let's talk about situations and stuff. But I'm glad it evolved into, you know, a 911 operator. You know, that was good stuff right there.
Yeah.
So basically it involves, and I'll try to keep, because I know there's some kids that watch this, but I'll try to keep it as less gory as possible. But basically as a teenager, when I was 19, it involves how I lost my eye. So as a teenager, my brothers had came home and they was pretty drunk. And they was talking about they're gonna go to this party. Well, it was on the wrong side. It was in the wrong neighborhood where they were going. But they were so drunk and they had some females and they were going regardless.
Okay.
So I'm trying to tell them, no, that's where the kind of, when you grow up, well, RGG, you know what's up. When you grow up in the hood, you get that situational awareness just imprinted on you. It's like you just know. You get the feeling, you go with the feeling. And I was trying to tell them, you know, nah, man, let's just party at the house, whatever. They wasn't hearing it, so I had to go because it's my brothers. You got to go. The first thing I did, and this goes to something that Florida Tactical talked about, is sometimes you don't want to use a gun. You don't need to use a gun because it's going to be a lot worse. You know what I mean? So you got to. Now I'm a knife snob. I know y'all are gun snobs, but I'm a knife snob. I like knives.
I'm not a gun snob for the record, but go ahead.
All right, my bad. I went to go get the guns and just, you know, that situational parts, like, man, that little voice, you know, the situational stuff. It just told me like, don't grab no guns, dude. You know what I mean? Just don't be stupid. If something happens, you don't want to have one of those. So I went to, you know, I grabbed my knives. Anyways, we get to the party, man, not even 10 minutes later, there was about 23 cats on top of my brothers. I was in the bathroom. I came out the bathroom, and my brother was he had 5 stab wounds in his chest, coming into the sliding glass door, but they had locked him out. There was somebody on the inside, and they had locked him out. So he's sitting there bleeding, trying to get in. So I got dude out of the way, and I'll try to shorten up the stuff because I know that's not what the channel's about.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Because this is still.
I mean, no disrespect. I don't want to, you know, disrespect your channel or nothing.
No, it's all up.
All right. Anyway, so I come out the bathroom and dude is blocking my brother from getting in the house. And this is where you're picking your mag counts too, because we had about 15 homeboys with us that fucking ran. Excuse my language, but they ran. They was gone. It was just me and my 2 brothers that was left at this party. So there was 25 of them, 3 of us. So anyways, I pushed dude out the way, got my brother in, asked him where my other brother was, and he was on the bottom. he was on the bottom of just a whole bunch of people. So what I did was, I grabbed what I had to grab, and I started chopping folks down to get to my brother. So I got to my brother, picked him up, and let me tell you, let me just inject this one, because if people don't understand or don't know when it comes to situations like this, you don't prepare for anything like this. No matter what I went through before that or even after that, it's different every single time, is my point. You get into tunnel vision, you don't, you know what I mean? You got a mission, and you either freeze or you run or you act. You know what I mean? And this time I was acting. I got other stories where I ran, shit. I got other stories where I froze. But, this one I acted. But it's all situational, no matter how much training you have. But anyway, so I got my brother, and this goes on to what TK said, that you don't want to let a person know he or she is messed up in the situation, because they're high on adrenaline. They're living, they're doing whatever it takes on that adrenaline. So I grabbed my other brother. My other brother had disappeared. Don't know where he went. I walked him into the house, or I grabbed him, brought him into the house. I didn't know he was messed up. Well, we started going out the front door, and I'm perfectly fine at this point. I ain't even got touched yet. I got him through the front door, and we're on the porch. All of a sudden, man, we got rocks and bottles coming to us, because it's like in the cul-de-sac. So we were stuck on the porch. These fools got to the front yard and started throwing bottles and rocks and everything else. So, and there was a bunch of rocks right here on the porch. So I'm like, look, cuz, grab the rocks. Let's go. Grab the rocks. Shit, they throwing them at us. Let's go. And so we're both just chucking them. And I look up, man. I look up, and my brother's got a slice of skin from here all the way across to his other pec. And he had like a layer of skin just folded over. And they had cut him all the way across the chest. And I looked up, I was like, oh man, you fucked up. Excuse my language again, but man, you messed up, man. And he's like, what are you doing, man? Start throwing the rocks. He's like, what? He looked down, and bam, he collapsed. He looked down and just straight folded. As he folded, there was still a fucking butcher knife in his back shoulder blade. And so,
damn.
And so I'm like, what the fuck? And I still got rocks and bottles and everything else, but it's like, my brother's dying right here. What the hell am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like there's really no way out. And so what I did was, it was a quick thought. I was thinking pull the knife out, but I didn't even touch the knife. But I grabbed him up, I put him on my shoulders, and I just walked through the crowd. I figured I'd be blended in. I don't know what the hell I figured, man. But God willingly, I got him to a car. We had another homeboy, one of our OGs. He actually came back. He realized we wasn't with them, and he actually came back. And like I said, by the grace of God, I got him out. Well, as he was pulling up, I was able to get my brother in the car. I threw him in the car, and as soon as I threw him in the car, these dudes came at me with a crowbar and just completely shattered my face, stabbed me all up and down my side, my arms, and just pretty much left me for dead on the concrete. I have no idea how I got out of that particular situation. Ask God on that one. I don't know how I got from in the middle of getting my whole everything jacked up to being, going down the freeway or down the side road 90 miles an hour to the cops pulling us over at gunpoint. We came falling out the car when they pulled us over. They got us at gunpoint. But my whole point is you never know how you're gonna act. You don't always want to have a gun, because I could tell you what, man, and the reason I ain't having no problem telling the story, because I can't incriminate myself, but I would have probably did a whole lot more damage. What came from that was 13 counts of attempted murder, and they had me facing 105 years for. Now, mind you, man, this was the neighborhood that was in a better class than what we were used to, right? It was a higher class neighborhood, so they had the lawyers and all the other stuff. But once the DA and the gang task force realized that there was 3 of us and 25 of them. They dropped all charges and all stuff like that. But just go with your intuitions. I don't know if I got any final thoughts with this. I just kind of wanted to show that the last 2 guests you had really made good points. Because if I did have a gun, I'll be in prison right now, like for sure. You know what I mean? They'd have been like, "Oh, you brought a gun." I mean, I was only 17 years old, just because I've been shooting since I was 11 or 12, unfortunately. But at that same time, if I'd have came there with a gun at 17, legal or not, you know, they would have been like, "Oh, you came there for some damage." You know what I mean? They would have looked at it straight, all bad. But
Nah, man,
instead,
that
it was
story is
self-defense.
that story is interesting. You know, kids still going to parties these days.
Yep.
They still going to gatherings, and you just never know when or what's gonna happen. So no, that story is absolutely relevant, man. Thank God you made it out, brother. We wouldn't be talking to you now. So
yeah,
that's a
You
blessing.
know, that's how I see it too, man.
Let me
So
see
I
what
appreciate your guests, man. Your guests. I was backstage just listening. Like, man.
they were both
Yo,
really
they had
good.
some
All
interesting
of them.
stuff.
Armel's wife as well. Yeah, all of them. All the ladies were really good.
Yeah.
Now,
Skajango.
Don't start. Do not start.
no, I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. This just the first time that I've had, you know, like.
Skill your
Okay,
name.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what
tell
your hair
everybody
looking
something
like.
real quick.
You know what his hair looking like.
Just to give y'all some insight. Earlier, I was on the phone with somebody, and they said, "Bro, it's something about your live that seemed like everybody that come in there got bad eyes."
What you talking about?
Yeah.
Skilly.
Come on, man.
You
Let's
know?
come together, Skilly. We can have 2 of them with the flip chart. Come on, man. Here, we can put my glasses on too.
No, the bad part is both of y'all right eyes is bad. Like if one of y'all, like one had the
Mine's is the
bad
left.
right one and the bad left, then it can work out.
Y'all got 20-10-10-20 vision.
Oh man.
I got the stigmatism. Skilly out here bad. Skilly didn't realize his eye was messed up until he went to go shoot with Roadblock and found out he couldn't see nothing.
That don't make you shoot better though, Skilly. So
What?
I shoot better. Your eye being messed up, man. I shoot better.
Oh man, I can't figure it out. I've been trying to figure this out since I started shooting.
Oh, okay. I'm a good shot now.
He's like a lost member of Bone Thugs. Hambone.
Hambone.
Skilly, how you get that bozo hairdo like that?
Man, dude, it's just laid down.
You say bozo?
You said bozo, right?
You got that. Boy, I don't know.
You look like a pimp after you just wrestled.
Hey, but getting back to what's the name said, if it wasn't for my parents, I'd be sitting in jail myself.
Who
I had a situation. Me, I wouldn't be talking to you guys. Luckily my parents had the money to get me a lawyer, but it was while I was in college. And like you said, situational awareness.
Wait, this just got deep. Skilly, you went to college?
Yeah, I went to college. Eventually I had to get out because of the money. It was too much as far as tuition.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. What college you go to so I know not to send my kids there? No, I'm messing with you, man. Go ahead. I'm just messing with you, bro. Tell your story, man.
But a laptop became missing in my dormitory. And at the time, the guy had pointed me out as taking his laptop. Well, they end up putting me in jail, let me out, end up dropping that charge, and end up first it was trespassing, but in the dormitory, as long as you knock and a person says come in, that's not considered trespass. So they couldn't charge you with trespass because somebody told me I could come in at that time. End up like 3 days later, they rearrested me and tried to charge me for larceny, which is a felony under the law. which made me a felon. End up going to jail again, spending a couple nights in jail. My dad ended up getting a lawyer. Well, before I went to jail, like he said, guns is not good when you're angry. I was pretty pissed off with the guy because I had talked to him. He ended up still picking me out of the lineup, saying that I took his stuff. Well, his parents ended up coming to get him, and as they got him, I was looking for him. I busted in his dormitory. The young lady was sitting on the couch. I scared her so bad she jumped up. The dude he was in a wheelchair. He had a heart condition. If I would have found him, I think I would have been.
Wait.
The story just got more interesting.
The plot thickens.
But
wait.
Into the thick of it.
I can't even say.
Tales from the hood.
He said the guy was in a wheelchair.
You was looking for a dude.
Dude, he's gonna send me to jail for no reason.
Oh God.
What you gonna do to him when you find him, man?
I was pissed off. I was pissed off.
He was in a wheelchair.
Oh God, man.
You gonna take his kneecaps out?
I swear this dude got me crying, man. Wait.
I guess he was gonna share
I'm
him with them.
already over my time on this line. Wait. You was looking for a dude in a wheelchair with a heart condition.
His parents, they came and picked him up before I could get to him. That's all I can say.
He was too fast. You couldn't get to him.
He outrode him.
He must have been in a hover round or something. It was smooth. He was doing wheelies around you and everything.
Wait a minute. Wait. This is, look, y'all, I can't make this up. This is part of the reason why this is the greatest QA live on YouTube. That story was so good. It was getting really good. Like, all right, looking for the dude. I'm waiting to see what's about to happen. And then he hits us with the part about, he was in a wheelchair with a heart condition.
He was rolling away.
What were you? I'm with Ghetto. What was you gonna do had you caught him, Skilly?
I was mad. You understand? Mad. I was a felon. I was gonna be a felon.
No.
At that time,
what was you gonna do? What was you gonna do to him if you had you? I
probably would have punched him in the face. So I mean, I was mad.
Skilly said, "I'm gonna lock those brakes up."
I'll put a stick in his tire and shit.
Put a whole stick in his tire. Damn.
That's messed up, man. You think you really could have done that no matter how mad you are? I don't care how mad I am, man. I can't hit somebody in a wheelchair.
Man, when I tell you the girl jumped like she saw a ghost.
No, man. This guy's the absolute best at these stories, man. No matter what the story is, there's always a part in it that stands out. When he told us he got stabbed in the eye, bro, it was all the way toward the end that he tell us his sister did it with a ham knife. The whole time we out here like Skilly out there in the Detroit streets, like crazy. Boys and pulled a knife out, jugged the boy in his eye. This is what we thinking, like your story, like we thinking it was something like that. Skilly like, yeah, this is my little sister, and she stabbed me in the eye. It was the knife that we were supposed to cut the ham with. And then he's telling this story. We all in it. It's like a movie. Skilly like, man, I was mad. I'm thinking he about to grab a bang and go ride down on the dude. And he's like, yeah, he was in a wheelchair with a heart condition.
Damn. That's like Skilly coming back to y'all like, yo, they try to roll up on me. Yo, like, what, they stepping through you? No, they rolled the fuck up on me in chairs.
That's the rolling 60s
I will
out here.
absolutely screen record this, and this is gonna be my promo video for this live.
This is by far the best story that you have ever told.
Ever, bro. You always outdo yourself. You know, you made me forget about the other night a comment that you made that's been bothering me for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I still don't know who you were referring to.
It's the nipples, y'all. I'm telling you.
It was me, Zach, Carbon Q, and Roadblock.
I was up there too. That's why I know what it was.
Okay, yeah, Ghetto was up there, and it was, and you made a statement, bro, that story just overshadowed. But I'm not gonna forget it. I'll come back to it another day because you're gonna tell us who you were talking about. I'm just hoping it wasn't Roadblock, and I'm hoping it wasn't Carbon Q. I'm damn sure it wasn't nobody else. I don't know, Skilly. That's a real confusion. You kill me. Listen, let me shout out. The dude was in a wheelchair with a heart condition. I can't get past that part.
140 people. You was trying to catch a dude with in a wheelchair with a heart condition, and you couldn't catch him.
Wait, I did have a question because I was going to ask this. Did you actually take the laptop? I mean, it's over now.
Oh no, it was proven that what they thought was a laptop because I draw was actually my drawing notebook, and we had got a lawyer. They let us see the videotape, and they end up dropping all charges. But if I didn't have the money to get a lawyer, I would be. My parents didn't have the money to get a lawyer. Mind you, we in Flint, Michigan. Flint. I was in Flint at the time. So that tells you, luckily my parents was able to get a lawyer, and I beat the case.
You beat the case of the laptop. You beat the case of not stealing the laptop.
No, I didn't steal it. So then his roommate said I didn't. When they saw me, I did not walk out with the laptop. So not only did I have video evidence, I had his roommate saying that I did not take the laptop.
The case of
so this story really about the laptop, not about.
Well, it is
the guy in the wheelchair with the heart.
If the roommate didn't say
I want to help you out, bro.
Evidence, I'll be sitting in prison right now.
I want to help you out. TK came on here. No. Let me go back. Armel's wife took time to come on here and tell us about some stories where some bad things could have happened in New York and how she handled herself. TK came on here telling us how she has to decompress from her 911 job because she hears some crazy things, and she has to just sit in her car for a half hour to not take this stuff home. Then we got a visit from Janet out of New York, who's an EMS, who sees some amazing things, people that's being suicidal and other stuff that's going on. And they're telling us about the stuff they're going through. Ghetto come in here, tell us about a story of him going out with his brothers. Situation happens. The man almost loses his life. His brother almost. Did your brother make it through that too, bro?
Yeah, they both made it.
Okay, so and they made it out of this. Good. And you coming here telling us about the case that you beat, about a laptop that you didn't even steal, and you almost caught a case for beating up a dude in a wheelchair with a heart condition.
I got another. My daughter, my son, then.
Skilly.
My son, situational awareness.
This is the. I mean, I'm usually not speechless, but damn.
So, what was the situational awareness? Where does that come into play? Like, man, I'm aware that I can whoop this dude's ass.
No,
is that what you got out of it? Like,
I think what he was saying
was like
the roommate
being so. If he was there, I would have caught a case and potentially went to jail for something totally different.
100%. Anybody that beats up somebody in a wheelchair with a heart condition is going to jail.
The guy who had the situational awareness was the guy in the wheelchair. He got the fuck out of Dodge.
He rolled out. Thank you, Zach. Microphone drop.
Oh my God, this is the best ever. I don't think he can ever top this.
RGG was worried about bringing ghetto up on panels.
You get a pass.
Well, my bad. I should have did the story with my son, so I apologize.
This is
Yo.
gonna go down.
Should've did the with my son.
This is gonna be 20 years from now, and people gonna be talking about this story. You know that, right?
Boy, he got me.
Like Skilly Douglas came on live and said he was trying to kill a man in the wheelchair with a heart condition.
God.
Couldn't catch him.
Oh my God.
Skilly, you was,
rolled up out of there.
You left that part out at the beginning, and you were talking like you didn't know what you was gonna do to him when you caught him.
I'm
Hold on,
glad
you,
it didn't go that way.
you said you was glad you left your gun when you was trying to approach
No,
the dude in the wheelchair. Was you gonna shoot him?
No.
Would you have shot the guy?
No,
in
I
the
wouldn't
wheelchair
shot
with
the
heart
guy.
condition?
No, heck no. I wouldn't have shot him.
So what
You told a story like you was gonna shoot the man.
Right, he let it up like, man, like they said earlier, you know,
First of all, it take a person in a wheelchair a little while to get loaded up into a car now.
Right.
I was in the back dealing with staff. That's what I'm saying. And by the time I got dealing with staff and everything, he was gone. I had to deal with the school. So
this is a perfect case of situational awareness. Even if you're in a wheelchair, you can get away if you're paying attention.
Do y'all understand that? What he's trying to say? If you in a wheelchair, you better be hyper vigilant.
Right.
I'm not saying that about nobody in a wheelchair.
Wait, and Skilly, and you got accused of stealing what?
It was his laptop was missing.
What kind of laptop was it?
Man, I don't remember. I don't know what the boy laptop looked like. I never set eyes on the boy laptop.
There you go.
Skilly
You trying to catch him, Zach?
Skilly say lab top.
Prepper 101.
It is a laptop.
It's a laptop. If that's what you say it is, I'm with you, brother. Skilly almost beat up.
Yeah, Skilly. What
dude in the wheelchair with a
college
heart
was this?
condition
Huh?
over
What
a
college
lab
was
top.
It was Baker's College in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
It wasn't a beauty college, huh?
No.
This has been wonderful night.
Thank you, TK. Thank you, Mrs. Armel.
Yes.
Ms. Armel's wife. Thank you, Janet and Wes. And
North Florida Tactical.
North Florida Tactical for sure. Ghetto, my man. Skilly, I'm not thanking you. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm thanking you tonight, Skilly.
Mr. R. Daniel said you funny. Oh man.
My goodness, man. Thank y'all. This was a classic
You
live if I've never
cannot make this up.
You cannot make it up, bro. You can't. This is what you can't get nowhere else. Nowhere.
Gotta come to the store.
I appreciate everybody that hung out in this live tonight, man. Everybody that came on screen to talk to us and give us your stories and everything, man. Everybody that hung around to hear this story. Thank y'all. I don't know. Did this top ham I?
Yes. Hell yeah.
That's just a regular story.
Ain't none of those stories regular stories, bro.
Oh my God.
One last thing. Skilly, was this before the ham eye thing or was this after?
I got this one. That was when I was a teenager when I got hit in the eye. I went to college. So it was the ham eye incident, then me going to college. All
right.
Hey, Bulletproof, you ain't lying, man. I'm pulling my own string now. This might be the best thing in the world to watch.
Yes.
It don't get no better than this, man. Damn. I want to apologize to TK, Ghetto, everybody. They had some amazing stories that Skilly just.
I apologize. Maybe I should say something about my son. I did the wrong story. My bad.
No, that was good.
No, you told the right story.
No.
That was right.
The right story.
You told the right story. I just don't know if it was the right time. I don't know if this was the. I don't know. It was great. It worked itself out over a laptop. He said, "What did you learn from this situation, Skilly?"
Yeah, what'd you learn, Skilly?
Don't be so quick to jump the gun and get yourself in more trouble.
Okay.
True that. That's a good way to end that one.
Got a lesson. All right.
Hey man, much love to all of y'all, man. I don't know whether to apologize or say thank you. I don't know what to do.
You definitely need to make this a short.
I'm at a loss right now.
I appreciate you having me up, man.
Hey, Ghetto, no problem.
Ghetto,
me, Skilly. God.
I just gotta shake my head to him.
Oh, stop
it.
Even Erica. Who was that? Erica.
Erica on our side.
Yeah, right.
Yes. I don't understand what just happened.
Nobody does. That's the whole thing. Nobody does, man.
Skilly, I be rooting for you, but this one, I be rooting. I be rooting for you, Skilly.
Skilly, my man. Skilly, my man.
This
all right,
one,
Big Luther.
No.
Thank you for hanging around.
Yeah, please, bro.
Donna, I'm glad you guys got a laugh out of this. Thank y'all. The funny part is we laughing and Skilly was not trying to be funny.
No, I wasn't trying to be funny.
He was really telling a real life story. Man, let me go. I got to go. I'll be damned if I keep putting up with this. I'm gonna go. I can't take it no more, man. I try to keep this live on the up and up, and Skilly get me every time. Every time he get me. All right, man.
All right, y'all.
I'm out. I gotta go.
Peace, family. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace.